We are set to go, ladies and gentlemen, people around the world. Welcome to the Weekly Beer Show. Woo-hoo! All right, got a great show for you today. Thank you so much. As I already see, we have a few people in the room. The only thing is, yeah, where is Nate? Oh man, I can't find Nate. Wow. I'm a little bit uncomfortable here. I can't find my friend. I don't know if he's gonna pop out. Did he find a wormhole somewhere? He just isn't here. And well, yeah. Okay. Oh well, this just in, folks. Unfortunately, Mr. Nate will not be part of the show today. Nate Under the Weather is his name. He has a sick household at home, and he won't be able to make the show. His wife Cindy is also sick, and they're not being able to go ahead and take care of their kid and do the show. So, guys, it's just me today. It's just classic. Oh yeah, here we go. Chris Duncan in the house. It is a classic edition. Those who remember way back in the day when Travel Man Dan today, that's right, went ahead and did this show by himself. Here we go. This is it. Feel better, Nate. And Cindy says, wish you were here. But he is here watching the show. So if you want to say some hi and feel betters and all that good stuff, Nate Under the Weather is watching the show. But yes, you got the classic edition today. Unfortunately, Nate can't make it, so it's just me. We have no guest, but we're still going to have a great time. We're going to have an awesome show. You'll see a little bit in the production value because Nate takes care of some of the things like the brewery tour. We're not going to be doing some of that today, but we're still going to have fun time. And well, if this is the first time you've entered the show, let me tell you a little bit about what we do here on the show. It's called the Weekly Beer Show. And that's exactly what we do. We review 2 delicious beers. And I got some awesome beers today. We're going to go ahead and review them. Then we go down the line. We talk some shit about what's going on out there. And then we have what are you sorry. Then we have what would you rather? We have good news. We have a segment called What Are You Reading? What Are You Watching? What Are You Listening to? Rounded out with the quote of the show. And it is going to be just fantastic. I haven't even started drinking yet, and I'm already slurring. Tenacious Freak is there. Welcome. Should I score via text? Please do, Nate. Let us know what you think if you have the beer at home. Mr. James Cordola, happy belated birthday. I hope you had a great time. I hope that you enjoyed the day. I wish you a wonderful year. I hope you have all that you wish for this year and just have the best year of your life. Same to you, Barrow, if you're watching from India. Classic man Dan. Yes, he is. Right on cue. Happy belated birthday, Barrow. I hope that you had a great day in India. I wish you the best year of your life. I hope you have a really good one. And well, yep, I will see Mr. Cordola next week. I'm looking forward to it. We have Damien in the house. Damien the Fiend. Okay. All right. Okay. So back into the show, I had an important text. I was going to go out for some Chinese food after the show, but that looks like it's not going to happen. I don't get paid by them, but if you're ever in the Santa Clarita area, I definitely recommend New Moon Chinese. Really good place. It's more like your P.F. Chang style, not your traditional Chinese style, but it's a delicious place of a Chinese American fusion. And my buddy, it looks like he's not going to make it, so that's okay. We're going to still have some fun. We may even break out the funnel. If it's classic Travel Man Dan Beer Show, the funnel must come on. Party on, bro. Yes. All right. I can't wait to see Big Game James, baby. All right. So let's get into today's show. Like I said, if you're the first time here, thanks for stopping by. If you're a regular guy like this guy right here, Patrick, welcome back to the show. You know what we do here. We got some great beers and some awesome people. I would like to stop and say thank you so much to everybody here that makes this possible. Because look, without you, let's be honest, I don't have an audience to entertain. So that is a really, really dear to my heart. Thanks for popping in, watching the show, whether it's for 5 minutes, 1 minute, or the entire show. That means a ton to me. as it continued to grow, along with my co-host Nate. We're just going to keep doing this, guys. We're just going to keep showing up. So thank you so much. And I want to go ahead and drop that on to you, because when I first started the show, if you remember Tenacious Freak and Barrow and Greg Z, all you guys would do is just watch me in front of a curtain. I lived in a Home Depot shed, and I just drank beer. I think my very first beer might have been a Tecate, because it was just in the fridge. It was right at the height of the pandemic, and I wanted to create. So here we are, about 3 years later. We have multiple guests on the show, probably over 150 shows, and we have a great co-host. So thank you. Without you guys, I wouldn't be able to do this. So we have Calvin from Minnesota. Yes, thank you so much. Thanks for sending get well to Nate and his family. But now it's time for our favorite part, and that's go ahead and crack a beer. Today's beer is a lot of fun. I guess I'll call it a fun beer because it was brought to me by one of my friends. I say friends first, but also clients. Okay, I do business with this guy, but I've grown a friendship with him and a relationship where I like to say friend first before client. And he recommended this beer. Him and his fiance absolutely love this beer. They live up in Visalia, California, which is Central California, if you don't know. So shouts out to my good friend, Christopher, and I always call him Chris or Christopher. So Christopher, if you're watching, this one's for you, man. Thank you so much. As we try today, this one is from a College Street Brew House in Arizona, and it is called the Big Blue Van Blueberry Wheat. There it is, guys. Look at this thing. Oh, yeah. Let's get my face out of the way. Check it out. Very hippy dippy. I like it. Okay. Nate would definitely like it. Crack it, smell it, taste it. I love it, Nate. Nate would like this beer. We'll get into that in a little bit. It's got a little story. We're going to go ahead and kind of survey the can. I'll let you know a little bit about this. Like I said, my friend Christopher, he raves about this. His fiance loves it. It is from Lake Havasu, Arizona, a really big party town, a place in Arizona where they have a giant lake there. And it's kind of like, I don't know if it's exactly like Daytona Beach, but it's similar to the spring break. Crack it, smell it. Oh, Nate does have it. Awesome. Hell yes. Says James, crack it, smell it, taste it. Yes, sir. We're looking at it. It's a blueberry wheat flavored, and it is a 5.4% alcohol. So it's strong, but it's not what we register as a strong beer here on the show, which would be 6%. They have a logo that says cool, crisp, and funky. Okay, well, it is a blueberry wheat, so we'll go ahead. Most of the wheat beers that I've tried have been like orange or grapefruit. But also a special thing today is, why not bring out my birthday gift, the old Hefeweizen glass. Look at this thing. This is the Hefeweizen glass. This is the glass that they suggest you drink this type of beer, wheat beer, Hefeweizen stuff. It's really heavy at the bottom. It's anchored. It gets slim over here, and then it lets the flavor right in this little plump little area right here. So yeah, this was given to me for my birthday about a month ago from Nate. So I'm really excited to try this one out. But here we go, guys. Let's go ahead and crack it, sniff it, or smell it. I don't know, and taste it. All right, here we go. Oh, man. Holy shit. Wow. Okay. My first initial sniff of this beer is, do you remember those little Hostess pies? They were just like a half moon or something like that. They were back in my day. They were like 50 cents or whatever. They had like cherry. They had apple, of course. They had blueberry. That's what this smells like. They also had one that, if you were lucky enough to find it, but they usually sold out, was the chocolate cream pie. And Nate was talking about making chocolate pie yesterday, but it was like chocolate and cream pie in there. And hey, Martin, yeah. So when I go ahead and smell this, a wheat, wow, nothing but blueberry blast, like little those pies. Let's go ahead and pour it, guys. I'll give you a look at this beer. Oh yeah. All right, so, your Hefeweizen is going to look a little hazy, but a light hazy. Take a look. That's a beautiful looking beer, I got to say. All right, I don't know if it's the glass. I don't know if it's the style of beer, but it just looks gorgeous, man. Look at that thing. Now, up against the camera, it does look a little darker. As I pull back here in the light, you can see it's got all kinds of different little shades going on in there. The bottom is dark. It lightens out right around here, the neck, and it gets dark again at the top. So that's an interesting thing. Go ahead and swirl that thing around. Wow, it definitely has a sweet nose, says Nate. Yes, I can't believe how sweet this thing is, man. There's another blueberry synthetic smell that I got going on in here, and I don't know what it is yet. I'll think of it as I drink it. But hey, I know Nate's not here. Wherever you're at in the world, whether it be India, Minnesota, Florida, Las Vegas, or right here in Santa Clarita. Cheers to everybody watching. Thank you so much. And let's go ahead and try the Big Blue Van Blueberry Wheat. Holy shit. That's exactly right. Wow. Oh, man. Dude. Nate, I think Nate said it's blueberry hubba bubba 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 hubba bubba. If you don't know, that's bubblegum here in the United States. But wow, what a first sip. I mean, this beer, I can't believe this thing is in that can. I feel like it should be in a bigger can with some craft beer stand with a dude with a beard. And this beer is so delicious. It's so different tasting. Damn, Christopher, you weren't joking around, man. Holy shit. This thing is like blueberry pie. Oh, wow. I really like this first sip. The smell on it is so blueberry, and I love blueberries. I think it's my favorite fruit. So this one really matches up to my palate. I really enjoy it. It's clean. The wheat is the thing about wheat, rice, barley, these types of things that typically make up the base of a beer. You don't really taste that wheat in there. You go right, and the first sip, all you taste is the blueberry. I got to go right back into it. It's so dang good. My gosh, wow. And I think I figured out Nate is close. Nate said the Hubba Bubba. And ironically, it's one of the what would you rather questions that are coming up, but that's what it tastes like. We'll get to it in a little bit. But fantastic first sip, fantastic beer. Gonna love scoring this one. I can already tell you it's gonna do well because I like the design and the price point is pretty dang good. And wow, delicious beer. It's a really good one. Our friend AJ would love it. That's right. AJ would love it. I don't know if you guys remember AJ the Rabbit. I'm actually going up to see AJ the 24th of June. Okay. That Friday, I will be going up to see AJ. He lives in a small little town called Murphy's, California. And we're back on it, guys. June, I know I slacked a little bit. I said 3 months. It's been 5 months. I've just been so dang busy. I wanted to heal my leg properly, but we're back on it. First video coming out, of course, being the Colonel Allensworth, the one that I promised for the last couple weeks. But then we're going to go ahead and get into Murphy's, California. I'm going to go up there and film a little bit with AJ. It's a small little town up in the mountains at the end of the Sierra Mountain Range. It's at the base of it. So pretty excited to see it. You know, I like the weird and obscure things, the unusual things that are kind of basically taking along the same aspect of Huell Hausner. If you've ever seen his videos, he's great. He's a little bit ahead of his time. Unfortunately, he passed before social media. But if you haven't seen this guy, a lot of his stuff is what I model my my videos after. It's your traditional 80s, 90s travel show. He had a show called California Gold. Really great show. Aquanuts, yes. What's up, Aquanuts? I know you were one of the very first to watch me. So I got to give shouts out when I say Tenacious Freak. He pulled in his girlfriend to watch me as well a long time ago. And thank you so much. It is a classic show today. Nate was unable to make it, but yeah, we're going to be there up in that little area exploring with AJ. Should be a great time. and really excited about getting up there. And more importantly, I'm excited about putting out more videos. Like I said last week, Reading Man Dan will go to its own channel, so you will have 2 videos per week along with the weekly beer show. So you'll have a Travel Man Dan, like where I go out and see some stuff, and then we'll have a Food Friday episode. And then whenever I do on a whim, we could probably do something like that. So that's always fun. But the Reading Man Dan will be taking a shift to its own channel. So really excited about that. And I'm kind of a little nervous about starting the second channel, but we'll see what happens. I want to see what I've learned over the last 3 years and apply it to a new channel. And I think that the Reading Man Dan might do better if I just go the kid direction. We're still working it out in the think tank, but that's what's coming up. Before we get started any further, guys, I want to go ahead and talk about what's going on right now in the United States. I know last week we talked about the shooting at the Tops Friendly Market in Buffalo, New York. Unfortunately, I don't know if you must have found out if you're around the world. I know if you're certainly here in the United States, the shooting that went on at the Texas middle school in Uvalde, Texas. I don't know what to say. I'm not going to get into it because I get very emotional. I'm very angry at this point. Very frustrated, like many other Americans and people. And what do you say? I don't have any of the solutions. On this show, it's a beer show. We do talk about things a little bit and stuff like that, but I don't want to get too into politics and what it is. I will just say that my heartfelt condolences and prayers go out to the families, to the communities, to the children, the poor children that, man, they just lost their life so early over something so stupid and so violent. And this really hurts me and really affects me. And I'm doing the best I can with it. I don't really talk about it to a lot of people, because I worked in schools. I worked in a lot of schools here in California, overseas, around the world. And when I came back to California and I was working in a lot of private schools, I'll never forget this. And it just boggles me when I see it. Is the schools have these drills where they basically, instead of a fire drill, if you remember fire drills, they still have those, but they have active shooter drills. And I'm in kindergarten class the one time, and I'm doing like story time because the teacher's correcting papers or whatever. Or she might not even have been in the room. I don't remember. But an active shooter drill came about. And what they do is they have these protocols in place. They pull the blinds over the windows. They shut the door. They put the chairs in front of it. They hide underneath the chairs. They do these types of things. And I had been back in California for about a year or so. And I just will never forget this feeling of like, wow, this place is just really fucked up, I mean, and these poor kids. And when you see something like this, I don't know the solution, but here's what happened. The drill went on and everyone did their thing. These are kindergartners, 5 years old. Everyone knew exactly what to do. Pull the blades down, get under your desk, move this over here, da-da-da-da. And the teacher's responsibility was to make sure all the kids were underneath the desk, and then the teacher gets under the desk. So there I am, making sure everything's down because, you don't want the shooter to look through the window and see people in there and try to get in. And I'm crouched underneath my desk like this, and, I'm down under there, and I make contact with this little girl, kindergarten, and she's under her desk, and she's like, Mr. D, I'm really scared. And I was just, my reaction to this was heartbreaking. Like I was just heartbreaking because I grew up and when I was in kindergarten, I was in the 80s, and we didn't have this kind of stuff, and it just keeps happening over and over. I told her, just don't worry, everything's going to be all right. Mr. D's here, we got this. And what do you say to a child? What do you say to a kid? And, they have every right to be scared because it happens. It happens all the time. It's happened in schools, supermarkets, churches, movie theaters, all kinds of places. Just endless accounts of violence. And I'm not going to get into it too much more. I just wanted to say my heartfelt condolences and prayers to the people that lost their lives and to the families who in the community that is just forever changed. So we'll get back into the beer. This is what we're drinking. It is the Big Blue Van Blueberry Wheat. Okay, Blueberry Wheat. It's from a College Street Breweries in Lake Havasu, Arizona. I think I know what that blueberry flavor is. I think I do. It's fantastic. It is fantastic. Thank you, Brett. I love you, man. I hope you're doing good. That's my good friend, Twin. I got the Brett football glass in the house. Hey, yeah. Love you too, Paisan. All right, Rocco Cordova in the house. Welcome to the show. Thank you so much. We are drinking this one. This is great beer from Christopher, who gave this to me up in Visalia. I hope you're watching, Christopher. If you're watching, go ahead and let us know that you're here so we can thank you. Want to get down to now tomorrow. Tomorrow is Memorial Day in America. So I don't know if you know what a Memorial Day is. If you're American, you probably know, but maybe sometimes you get confused. It is for the fallen soldiers who have dedicated their life to being a soldier and protecting this nation and have passed, whether it be, 100 years ago or in this recent war. We salute you. We will be thinking of you. It's not just about the beach parties, the barbecues, the weenie roasts, all this kind of things. It's about the people that put their lives first and, went in the military, and unfortunately they fell, whether it be in battle or afterwards. But, we salute you. And happy Memorial Day to all the Americans. We're lucky to have the Army and the Navy and Marines and the Air Force people behind us. I can't tell you how pro-military I am, just because you might take it the wrong way. But I can tell you this. I give absolute respect to our servicemen before, here, and even in the future. Thank you, guys, and happy Memorial Day for the people that are no longer with us. Cheers to that. I know every country has a Memorial Day. And cheers, Aquanuts. Are we having just one beer tomorrow? Ooh, that's a good point. That is a good point. Maybe we will, Chris. Maybe we will. We'll see. We'll see what happens. One for those who we lost. I like that. I like that idea. I think the direct audience is calling for that. Let me know if you guys want to see a just one beer for the servicemen who have gave the ultimate sacrifice, which is their life, on Memorial Day. I unfortunately will not be going to beaches, parks, things like that. I'm just going to take the rest and do some things I have to do. So I think we might be able to do that just one beer. Stay tuned for that. This beer we're drinking now is awesome. The Big Blue Van Blueberry Wheat from College Street Breweries in Lake Havasu. My gosh, it's awesome. Even your burps are well flavored with blueberry. I mean, the thing about this beer is the wheat beers. Nate says he's in for tomorrow. All right, there's another reason. Okay, maybe we'll probably do that. Maybe we'll try to find some type of beer. Anything. What would you guys like us to do? Is there something that maybe you can let us know, like a Budweiser, a special American beer? And it's funny because I don't want to sound very un-American, because I love my country. I love the people that fight for our country. But unfortunately for war, there's casualties on both sides. And that's a real hard thing to just sit and bear. So we will see tomorrow for the Just One Beer Memorial Day. But once again, thank you again to all the servicemen out there that gave the ultimate sacrifice. Memorial Day. All right, moving on. Guys, where were we? We were talking about this beer, and I don't know, man. I can't find anything bad about it. It's got a sweet flavor all the way through it. It's clean. It's crisp. the right amount of fruit. The fact that you don't, most of the hazies that we drink are very citricy. They're very a blast of orange or lemon and grapefruit. This thing brings it into a whole new element, a whole new realm, world, if you will, with the blueberry. Guys, it's not like blueberry is like a sissy thing. It's got an amazing flavor. I know sometimes people are like, no, I drink beer. I got to have that malted barley, and that's a bunch of shit. This beer right here is juicy. It's delicious. Why wouldn't you drink something good, right? That's what I'm saying. This beer has got a great flavor profile. Nate, chime in for me. Are you drinking this beer? What do you think? Okay, I'd love to hear what you got to say, even though you're not right next to me. I'd love to hear what you think of this beer. All right, guys, how are you liking the show back on Sunday? I know we don't have our co-host here. We've gone to the last Saturdays. Now we're back on Sunday today. We might have next week's show on Sunday. I'm just letting you know. Here's the thing. I will make a strong communication. I will let everybody know, but I promise you for the next, as long as this show goes on, it will either be Saturday morning or Sunday morning until we pick our sweet spot. I will let you know right now. Happy Memorial Day, says Barrow. Thank you very much. It's just sometimes with the weekend, things pop around. Hey, Baba, welcome to the show, my man. All right. Always a pleasure to see you here. So let me know next week, Sunday, I might have something going on Saturday, so they might go to Sunday. But what we're trying to do is set the precedent for the show being on Saturday so that when football season, hey, let's go Buffalo, sets up, we don't have any crazy time change. Me and Nate aren't trying to flip-flop games so he can see the Eagles. So, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Nate says, I really like the flavor. Tons of blueberry and vanilla. I did taste a hint of vanilla. It brings the blueberry pie to beer without going the sour route. Ooh, very nice. Light, refreshing, and crushable. Crushable. I like it. Good idea. Yeah, so that's the main thing is we have all summer to prep you guys for the Saturday show so that when September hits, we're good to go all the way September until December. Nate says, perfect for the summer and on a boat. I'll tell you what, perfect for the summer. I probably will be on a boat. I do want to go ahead. I'll keep you posted about when the show is exactly. Let me know what you think. Saturday morning or Sunday, what's better for you? Guys, I told you a little bit about Colonel Allensworth. I told you a little bit about AJ. I told you about me getting back out there doing travel videos. It is time. My knee feels pretty damn good. I'm ready to rock and roll and get back out there with one video for travel and one video for food. And here's the thing. Sometimes people are like, oh, how come you don't travel? You're in California and this and that. That's where you live. Well, my thing is to work on being a host, okay? Work on, interesting things wherever that may be, because a lot of people come here to travel. So Wednesday afternoon at 1:19, that's funny, Chris. That is funny. So I do a lot of stuff in California, especially in LA and around California. But get ready for this summer as I'm going finally internationally again. So excited. My dear boss has granted me the permission to go away for a little bit and take a vacation, do some videos. And guys, it was on my bucket list. I had been there before, so I scratched off my bucket list, but I felt like the bucket wasn't full. After I went ahead and started doing Travel Man Dan years later, I said, you know what? Damn, if there was one country that I've already visited that I wish I filmed, it would be Vietnam. And that's right, guys. I'm going back to Vietnam. At the end of the summer, at the end of August, I will be flying to Saigon. I'm going to do some exploring in Saigon. I'm going to do some exploring in a small beach city called Vung Tran, and I will be going somewhere into the mountainous jungle area. So I am so excited. I'm going to go ahead and bring you some Travel Man Dan travel videos. You know I'm going to be doing some Food Friday over there. Vietnam's got some crazy friggin' food. Very cool, says Duncan. Yeah, it's one of the places that I said, you know what? Not that I don't like to repeat going to countries, because I've been to Latvia a few times. I definitely will go back to Denmark. It's just I'm limited, right? I'm blue collar. I don't have a lot of money, and I'm limited to the countries that I see right now. Hopefully, one day it'll be nothing like, oh yeah, I've been there 4 times or whatever. But my money only goes so far, and I want to go ahead and do this channel with what I got the best I can, right? So I picked the countries that I've never been before. But Vietnam, to me, I've always wanted to see it again with a camera. I've always wanted to go over there and film some stuff. And especially here, people about my age, maybe a little bit older, maybe a little bit younger, Vietnam is always interesting to them, because they hear these things like, oh, I hear it's great over there. But also on the other side of it, it's kind of like the angel and the devil, because we all lived through family members going through Vietnam War. My uncle was in the war. Both my cousins were in the war. So yeah, it's an interesting thing, because I guess 45 years later, almost 50 years later, much different place. Still has that stigma, but maybe Travelman Dan can give you a look through my lens at what Vietnam actually is right now. So look for those videos to come out later at the end of, probably we're looking at September. If I come back in September, mid-September, end of September, early October, you're going to have a lot of Vietnam videos. Probably going to get into Canada this year, internationally, and possibly Mexico. So stay tuned for that. And then we're just going to keep going more and more places every year. This thing is not going to stop. We're just going to continue. So thanks for holding on. Look forward to that. Let's get back into this little sip of beer. Oh man, yeah, it's got a very light flavor after you taste it, but by the time I'm right about here, I got it, Nate. I just smelled it. Yay, yay, yay! I just smelled exactly what it is. All right. Growing up in Buffalo, New York, it is General Mills area. Okay, the cereal people. So I think they make it, but this right here, when I get to right here, and that smell that I taste, that synthetic blueberry, is from the blueberry Frankenberry. No, not is it? What is it? Booberry. It's Booberry. It's the cereal of Booberry. It's the blueberry monster cereal where they're like little ghosts and the marshmallows and stuff. That is what this beer tastes like in the beginning. Now, as you get through it, it eases out, and you taste the nice, clear beer. A slamming beer, if you will. I knew it would come to me. It wasn't that other thing. It's not Hubba Bubba. Nate, are you there? Does this taste like Blueberry? Wow, yes, I knew it would come to me. It's exactly it, man. And I tell you, this friggin' glass is awesome. This glass is like, I feel like all the smell is coming up from here and then like in this little area. And then when I stick my schnoz right here, I just pull in that smell and oh, well, delicious, really nice. But you know what else is really nice? It's time for good news. All right. Blueberry is a great call. Yes, exactly. I'm telling you, that's exactly what it tastes like. All right. We unfortunately, Nate, guys, I gotta give shouts out to Nate. He is the one that is really taken on the production value of a lot of things you see, the slides, the brewery tours, all the little quizzes that I usually lose. All that kind of stuff is brought to us by Nate. He puts in the work, he does the job, and I would love to do it, but there's just so much going on, right? Like you only have so much time, and he takes over that. So today we're going back to the classic style, where the pictures just slap right up there on the screen. So, guys, it's time for good news. It's still going to be fun. It's still going to be some good news. And you're just not going to have it where I'm in the side. But here it is, guys. Good news. Here, this one's interesting. This one's friggin' awesome. Scientists successfully grow plants in soil from the moon. Boom. Look at that. Holy shit. While away from sustainable life on Mars, we are a step closer to it on the moon. Scientists from the University of Florida, go Gators, have successfully planted cress seeds in soil collected from the moon by astronauts Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin during the Apollo 11 missions. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. The cress seed experiment charted the growth of cress in the soil from the moon, with the soil from the earth as the control. In week 1, the seeds all sprouted into seedlings, with the moon cress tracking similarly to the earth cress. In the second week, earth cress surpassed the seedlings grown in the lunar soil. However, their growth still impressed the scientists. And here we go. On the left over here is the ones that are from our soil, and over here on the right are the ones from the moon. Biologist Anna Lisa Paul said, for the first week or so, there was really no difference between the controls and the lunar planet. So there wasn't something inherently toxic to the plants in the lunar regala soil that would prevent plants from growing. University of Florida Go Gators geologist Stephen Eldorado said that was the first step in what's going to hopefully be a very long, multi-decade process of figuring this stuff out. And when we get back to the moon, doing it on a lunar surface. Oh, man. Can you friggin' believe that? They're actually growing cress plants, which is like, it's type of like little, like a weed or a herb, I think it actually classifies as, but they're growing it from the soil that was brought to us from the first Apollo 11 missions with Buzz Aldrin and Neil Armstrong. Now, a real quick fun fact, I actually met Buzz Aldrin. He's awesome, man. I met him a few years ago when I was working at the Griffith Observatory. It was like a 75th anniversary of the lunar landing, and he come by and was like, "How you doing, kid?" And he's a real crotchety. I loved it. He was very nice, nice guy. But I actually met the real astronauts, and I like blueberries too, says Bubba. And yeah, just really interesting that they're able to go ahead and grow these suckers on the moon. Isn't that fantastic? What do you guys think? You never know. I mean, they're making strides. It starts with that little cress plant. The fact that it was able to grow in that soil, who knows, man? If they can start to grow fruits and vegetables and things like that, maybe the moon is the next big place where they move a bunch of stuff, right, to the moon. I don't think they'll be able to live there like we live here, but you never know. I think the atmosphere would it would kill you, right? I mean, but they're able to move like space stations to that place, and then they can build from there, which will then be able to rocket you closer to Mars. So it's all about getting to that next level, if you will, that next lily pad, if you're that frog, and you got to get to that giant place of frog heaven. All right. Good news. That was awesome news. Cheers, guys. I got to say, this beer is fantastic. Christopher, if you're watching, that was no cap. You were definitely right. This beer is awesome. I like the dryness that it leaves on your palate after you're drinking it. Just a really enjoyable beer. I feel like you can drink a bunch of them. It is what, 5.6, 5.4. Well, not the strongest beer, but definitely it's got some strength to it. I can feel it. Nevertheless, let's get into today's next segment, the show and tell. Show and tell. Guys, I got an awesome show and tell. Cheers. Cheers, my Bloody Mary, says Baba. Wow, very nice. Must have been put one on yesterday. Guys, the show and tell is a lot of fun for me. I get to show you something cool and interesting from my week. Travel Man Dan, also a frog. Yeah, something like that. I love it when you come with those comments. But check this out. Since we're on the topic of growing, this isn't a cress plant, but this is something that I created last week. I think it's kind of cool. I went to my friend's house and I snipped a bunch of his plants, and I made this cool little arrangement. Check this out. I got this pot, and these are the succulents. Okay, he's got a very succulent heavy yard, and I went ahead and clipped a bunch of different succulents from his plants. I literally just went up to him and snipped them. Now, this one right here, this middle flower looking one. I'm not sure what the name of this succulent is, but I've actually been growing this in another pot for almost a year when I first moved to this new place. When I first moved to this place, I left that place. That was the place I used to live, and I clicked this particular succulent and put it in a cup and let it grow for a year. It had some troubles and some tribulations, but it grew back. But then, yeah, Nate says, woohoo, succulents. Okay, in the Nevada desert. But then I went back. I said, you know what? I want to make a cool little design. I want to make this, kind of a background of Reedy Mandan. They seem to be doing pretty good. I like that each one is a little bit different. This one kind of looks like a giant radio tower or whatever. These things, when they get going, look badass. They're kind of like roses. And then this thing, I don't think it's an aloe succulent, but it's some type of succulent. But what do you guys think of Travel Mandan's little succulent arrangement? I'm going to go ahead and leave that here just for now, and it's going to get some sunlight. Oh, thank you, Carlos. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much, Carlos Z. Well, if you're just hopping on, this is what we're drinking. It is the Big Blue Van. It is a blueberry wheat. It's absolutely delicious. It's really fun. And if you notice, it's just me. It's a classic beer show. Nate is not able to make it. Nate's wife, Cindy, is sick, unfortunately. I hope you feel better, Cindy. And they have a toddler, a 2-year-old, little Andy, little Anderson running around, okay? And one of them's got to take care of it when we do the show. So it's Nate today. That's why he's not here. But he's here in the comments if you want to go ahead and say hi. Wish Cindy a get well. And he is also drinking this beer. Let's go ahead and whack this sucker down, and I'll give you the score. Man, it's just got... you know what? I got to say, Christopher, if you're there, man, thank you so much, brother. This is an awesome beer. Nice little collection of desert plants. Thank you. Thank you very much, Aquanuts. This beer is delicious. The aftertaste on it is super dry, which I really like. It's almost like eating old pasty gum from a baseball card. It's got that weird taste to it. Leaves the roof a little bit tacky. I'm not sure if that's from the wheat, but I gotta say, cheers, guys. Cheers to you, Barrow. I gotta say, the taste of this beer, the first sip to the last sip, that beautiful, delicious blueberry cream taste, that hint of vanilla that Nate was speaking of is there. It is wonderful. I mean, I love this beer. It's so delicious. It's got an epic taste, a flavor profile that if you're not used to it, it will put you off a little bit. But if you've been doing this a while, and you've been doing the grapefruits, and you've been doing the oranges, and you've been doing the citric bombs, this beer is much different, and it's just delicious. The fruits. Yes, where's the Dragon Kelowna? Jamie, look at this. You called for it. I got it. It's right here, Jamie. This was last week's show and tell. I keep it on the bar. Welcome to the show, Jamie. Jamie was slapping the Kelowna, dude. She was loving it. It is a great little taste. And just because you're here, James, I'm gonna go for a little splash myself right now as we're right into the comments. I like the way this smells. A little Dragon Boat Cologne started off. I think it's about 30 years old. I bought it at Rebar down on Brewery Road in Vegas. Jamie was there. Nate was there. Mikey was there. We had an awesome time. Here it is. Oh, it smells so good. It smells so fresh. All right. Smells really good. The taste, 4 point. Really hit the mark with the blueberry and vanilla. Clean offering for warm weather. Great beer. Really liked it. Nice, Nate. Okay. I'm going to go a little bit higher than Nate's. Yes. And I'm going to give the Big Blue Van on taste a 5.0. Forget about it. All right. I'm doing it. A taste 5.0. Why the hell not? All right. Let's go on to price. This beer, price-wise, I believe it is $9.99 for a 6-pack. Could I be wrong? I don't know. It was given to me. I remember seeing it in the store. Nate might have an idea where that is. Nate, can you give me a price point off the internet of what this beer costs? I believe it was either $9.99 or $11.99 for a 6-pack. We'll hold on the price while Nate grabs that, but it's probably going to be good. It's probably going to be. It's not going to be. It comes in a 6-pack. It's not going to be an absorbent amount. $1.99 a can. Boom, right there. Oh man, do I bring it back again? Why not? Forget about it. $1.99 for this beer. It's got a 5.0. I'm absolutely loving it. I'm giving it a 4.5. 4.5 is a good score for $1.99. $2 a can. Reminds me of being in Hong Kong and going into the 7-Eleven down there in Central on Tai Wai Fong or Tai Wai Fong and just going to the 7-Eleven and getting a cheap beer. This is a cheap beer. It's $2. Come on. If you can't fork up $2 to get a beer, plus it's a great beer. Price 3.5. Fair price, but not super cheap. Whoa, pray tell, you say. I don't understand. I feel like $1.99 for a 12-ounce can is right where it should be. I think $2.50 would have brought it down a little bit. Bubba says, time for lunch. Hope you all have a safe weekend. Bubba, enjoy your lunch. I know you're a service member for a long time, so I just want to say thank you for your service. I know this is Memorial Weekend, but I'll say it anyway. Thank you for your service and for the people that you served with. All right, moving on to the design. All right, the design is cool. You know, my friends have these vans. My buddy Pasquale has a van like this. My buddy Pete has a van like this. It's very trippy. It's very Scooby-Doo. There's a lot of stuff going on in there. Let me get it right in the light. Okay, there's a lot of stuff going on. The story that Nate always likes to tell us is a groovy American-style wheat beer infused with the far-out flavors of blueberry and vanilla. So when the moon is in the 7th house and Jupiter aligns with Mars, grab a big blue van and ask yourself, what's so funny about peace, love, and understanding? All right, kind of cool. I like that they brought in space. You know, I like it. I do. It's pretty neat. It's fused right on there in the can. Overall, I don't love it. I think it's cool. I'm going to give it a score of a 3.5. Nate, what'd you give it on design? Hams is cheap, he said. Hi, Nate. What did you give it on design, Nate? Design 4.5. Whoa, big blue fan of this can. Trippy WV can, great color scheme, tells a story. But I mean, is it trippy? I mean, the colors, I mean, I don't know. It looks like a blue van going through some rainbows and stuff. Trippy's like a bunny with his eyeballs shooting out of his mind and like blue lasers coming out of it and he's wavy and all, you know, I think that's more trippy, but hey, that's your design call. I can respect that. Accessibility. It's down there in Lake Havasu, okay? In a campy way. Ooh, okay. Nice explanation. It's down there in Havasu. I don't know how much you're going to be able to find this nationwide. I think in the West Coast, you will be able to find it. But I think once you cross up into, say, Washington, Montana, it's going to be a tough find. I think the rest of the United States is also going to be a tough find, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. It's just my feeling. Finding this beer overseas is going to be tough. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to give it the old 2.5 on accessibility. It is a knocker, and well, it's just because they're just not that big probably right now. Nate says access 1 pint. Danny's okay. Excuse me. All right, we're going down to the TMT X Factor. My buddy Chris gave this to me. He told me about it for about 2 months. Knew I was doing the show. Work with him, alongside him, and he kept telling me, you got to try it, you got to try it. His fiance, I believe, is from that area of Arizona. They went down there. He brought it back. He gave it to me. Did not disappoint. The fact that it came from Christopher, that it was a gift, how can I not go above 4.0? But that's not my score. I'm going to go ahead and give it a 4.5 because it lived up to what he said it would be. He gave it to me as a gift. He touted it that it was awesome. It was awesome. This beer is amazing. I love it. It's clean. It's fresh. It's summertime. It's blueberry. It's creamy. It's vanilla. It's a lot of things that I love in a beer. 4.5. Thank you so much, Christopher. Nate, what'd you give it? And I'm going to do a total up. Quiet. Usually Nate says, whoa, he's thinking about it right now, but it's really quiet in here. Okay, 9, 14. Whoa, 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 whoa. The big blue van from Nate. As before, I love Arizona. I love the blueberry and the hef. The fact that I'm doing the scoring a day off, love it. Thanks, Danny. Absolutely, brother. You're half of the show, man. Don't ever forget that. All right, guys. Here it is. The big blue van. Blueberry wheat scored a 20. A big 2-0. 2-0. Wow. Fantastic score. Wow. What a great beer. Love this beer. Nate, what was your final score? What was your total up? What'd you give it, pal? As we wait for Nate's show, Nate's score, guys, I hope that you're enjoying yourself. I hope that everyone's enjoying the classic edition. And, it just wouldn't be right if we didn't do it. There it is. He gave it a 16.5. Total, not great score. Accessibility dinged it. I get it. It happens a lot. But really good beer. We'll go back to it. I almost want to say, we've talked about this before. Wow, nice score, Danny. Thank you, Aquanuts. It's a great beer. If I come to Denmark, I'll see if I can bring you guys some. And one of the things about this beer, and as opposed to one of my other favorite beers, was Mother Earth's vanilla creamsicle. I love that beer out of the tap, but out of the can, it wasn't as similar. I think this one's up there with that stuff. I love the hint of vanilla and the fruit. But guys, this is the classic edition. This is where this thing started. This thing started on the classic edition. All right. I was all alone and I decided to go ahead and fire up a funnel. And you know what? This funnel was given to me by Nate. So it just wouldn't be right if I didn't go ahead and do a funnel on today's show. What do you think? We don't have 20 people in the room. I understand. COVID, summer. Okay. People are out doing their thing. But let's still carry on the tradition of doing a funnel. I didn't lose a quiz. I just feel like doing one. We're going to do some Busch beer. We're going to get a nice little beer buzz before we get into the second beer of today. And the second beer is much similar to what we just did. Just a different fruit flavor, but the same style of beer. All right, we're just going to let this foam go ahead and even out the foam so that I get more beer and less gaseous foam. Cheers to you, Aquanuts. All right, I hope you guys are enjoying this. Like I said before early in the show, what do you like better? Do you like the Saturday morning or do you like the Sunday morning? Obviously, when football season comes around, we flip-flop around. That's why we're trying to get everyone used to this Saturday morning show. But let me know, do you prefer the Sunday morning show? If you do, I'd love to go ahead and accommodate you as much as possible. Next week's show probably will be Sunday. I will go ahead and put another quick YouTube thing out there. I will also put it on my Instagram and Facebook. But what I would like to ask, guys, if you are watching, if you could do me a huge favor, and Nate, just go ahead and take any one of our beer review shows, the one that you like the most, maybe this one, and just copy it and paste it and put it out there on your socials, on your Facebook, on your Instagram. Just go ahead and go, if you could, consider, just passing along the share. That would mean a lot to us. That would mean so much because that's how growth really happens. That's how organic growth happens, is when you have the audience that likes you, they go ahead and pass on the show to people that also might like it. So if you could, if it's not too much trouble, just go ahead, copy any one of our shows off of my YouTube channel and just pass it and post it and paste it. And let's see what happens. Maybe that's part of the growth. Now, we did grow 20 subscribers over the last month, so we are growing. I just want to keep pushing that. I want to keep asking people to go ahead and put a call to action to stuff. But here we go, guys. Here is the Busch funnel for the classic show. And I don't have Nate here to count me down, but I will go ahead and whack it down just as good. That one is down. Man. Okay. It's always the cold Busch. That's what it is. The cold Busch is always the one that gets me. Okay. But I did it. I did it in good fashion. And it's time for the second part of the show. Woohoo! All right. We've had succulents. We've had big blue vans. We've had Nice Hefeweizen glasses. Now it's time for another beer. Guys, this beer, I've always wanted to try this beer. I've heard a lot about it, but I never actually tried it. Excuse me. It's in a ton of grocery stores here in the United States. It's in a lot of like mom and pop bodegas all over the cities. This beer is kind of like a Blue Moon in respects that it's a little bit different than your lager, pilsner, and regular beer that a lot of people drink, but it's right next to those beers. So if you want to try something different, this could be your option. Now we're bringing in another tulip glass. This is also a glass that is suggested to drink this style of beer. And guys, I'm talking about the Belgium White. Please welcome the Shock Top. Oh, yeah. Shock Top Belgium White. Some people love this beer. Some people hate this beer. And some people, like myself, have never tried this beer. How I've never tried this is baffling to not only me, but a lot of my other American friends. It's very popular in terms of you can find it everywhere. Nate calls out the Shock Top. I don't know. I've always wanted to try it. It's a Belgium White. Comes in a bottle. You can see that it's macro produced. A Belgium style wheat ale, so very similar to the Big Blue. But obviously, you can tell it's got an orange on it, so it's going to be very orangey as opposed to blueberry. Can't tell you much more about this beer. The alcohol percentage is 5.7. Okay, so 5.7, not bad. A little bit stronger than the Big Blue Van. We put in a bush down in there in between. Chris Duncan says 23.5. It's good, but it's a little over the top. Whoa. Well, wait. Chris, are you talking about the Big Blue or are you talking about the Shock Top? Oh, he's talking about more Blue Moon than Blue Van. Yes, Nate. He drinks it often. Okay, Chris Duncan likes it. He's a Shock Top guy. Like I said, it's the beer that's like, okay, you got your Labatt's, your Canadian, your Miller, your Budweiser, your Heinekens, your regular beers. Actually, Heineken might be the dividing line. When it goes Heineken, then you're going to get maybe into some Japanese beers, and then you get into the Belgian beers like Blue Moon and Shock Top. But hey, it's time to go ahead and twist it, sniff it, and taste it. All right, Nate says no, Shock Top is more of a Blue Moon than a Big Blue Van. All right, let's go ahead and try it out. I think it's a twisty. Okay, so that right there is telling. Ugh. Yeah. This one's got some gassy smell, some farts going on inside. I'm not guessing. I'm not enjoying the first whiff of this one, but hey, could be all that wheat bottled up in there. I'm not really sure. Crack it, smell it, taste it. Here we go. Nate, let's pour this sucker out. Are you drinking one of these too, Nate? Do you have a Shock Top? Ooh, nice. Oh, no, dude. What the hell is in there? Bro, I don't know if I can drink this. There is like heavy flakes in there. Dude, are you guys seeing this? There is like giant particles in there. Seriously, giant particles of. Oh my gosh. Immunotherapy. Drinking. No, it looks good. I'm gonna be honest with you. It looks good. I'm not. Looks good. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm very scared to drink this beer. That is crazy, dude. I've never seen this in as many beers as we've done on this show. The amount of sediment that has fallen to the bottom of this thing. Dude, you're not going to believe this. Let me see if I can show you. Can you guys see that? What is that? Look at that. Look at that. What the hell is on the bottom of my beer? Too old or got sun. Wow. That's not normal. I don't know if I should drink this. Guys, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to spoon it out. Give me a second. Yeah, this is coming from a guy that drinks this a lot. Chris Duncan says that's not normal. That doesn't look good. Dude, I'm going to spoon this out. Dude, it's like a worm. Oh, dude. I've never seen anything quite like this before. It is like, it's just bad. I don't know what to say. I think, oh my gosh, that is friggin' crazy. What do you guys think? Spoon man. I tell you what, I'm gonna give it a sip. If it's brutal, I'm bailing on it because it's not proper to do shock top. It's not. I never want to do a beer that's so old that it's disgusting because it doesn't give it a good rating. But you guys, I can't even pick it up because it's all fragmented. There is more junk floating around in this friggin' beer. I'm gonna take a little sip. Nah. Nah. Nah, dude. Nah. Take a sip, dude. I did. Christopher says he's trying to grow penicillin. That's hysterical. Leave that for the trash, but yeah. You know, part of me really wants to drink this beer, but it's not fair to Shock Top, okay? So we're gonna have to, dude. This thing is disgusting. I mean, you've seen all this. Look at this. Here's another. I'm bringing you in for another look. It's after I spooned it out. Okay. What is that, dude? It's like Fear Factor when they have those jars. Oh man, that is disgusting. Okay, Shock Top. I'm sorry, folks. Chris, I know if you've been here for a while, and we've only made, this is the only second switch on the fly we've ever made. We had one other crazy beer. Me and Nate did. It was like one of those weird cannoli beers. Tasted like shit. I'm switching it up right now. I'm gonna find an IPA. I got one right here. Hold on, let me get the IPA glass. That was disgusting, guys. That was gross. I mean, dude. So okay, gotta get the succulents in on the set. What do you guys think? I told you I'm gonna put a little area where I hang all the, like a little another shelf. I'll put all the different glasses right there. That'll be cool. But hey, we're making a switch up on the fly. This one was given to me by my coworker. We need to contact Shock Top. I don't know, man. It's fair play to Shock Top. It's been in my fridge for a while, but we're just not drinking it. This one was given to me by a coworker. It's called, for a long time I thought it was Botswana, but it's not. It's called Boatswain Double IPA. All right, twin screw steamer. Okay, this is what it looks like. I think you got it from Trader Joe's, or I don't know if you guys have ever seen this one. All right, I got to figure out this. The camera is a little bit wonky today. Come on. Come on, mate. Yeah, there we go. All right. So there it is. The Boatswain Double IPA Twin Screwed Steamer is an 8.4%. We have the old No Nick, all right, made for IPA glasses. All right. It's got a little story. Beers are unique beers in small batches, but that shock talk, more of it is settling, and it's just got it's as if somebody dropped their bubble gum in there. All right, Nate says I can do this one too. Yes. All right, Nate, get the old Boatswain Double IPA. Hell yeah, on the fly. We're gonna go ahead and crack it. We're gonna smell it. Oh, it smells good. I like double IPAs. It smells really good, very piney, very rich in flavor already. I can taste that this beer is going to be a slobber knocker. And let's go ahead and pour it. Dark or light? Oh, yeah. Perfect amber color. This might be one of my favorite birthday gifts ever. Nathan, love you, pal. Thank you so much for all these different beer glasses. And there it is, guys. That is a traditional looking IPA. Beautiful looking glass. Nice beer. Good pour. Or the Boatswain IPA, double IPA. All right. It's very strong. All right. Hey guys, I don't know if you saw the last comments, but Chris is here, and he is the one that went ahead and gave me this big blue van. Dude, you and Sage were not joking. This beer is awesome. I'm gonna find some of it. We're gonna drink some of it together. Then we're gonna go see the Visalia Rawhide, and we're gonna have a good day of it, man. But yeah, this is it's a dark amber color. Liking the way this beer looks. Let's go ahead and sip it. Cheers to you guys wherever you are in the world. Have a beer. All right. Smooth. Really smooth. Easy to drink. First sip, gotta say, not bad. What you want in IPA? There's a bit of maltiness in there that's kind of fighting with that piney taste. Like that, definitely would say that has something to do with the double IPA. But yeah, really nice, a refreshing beer. Interested to go ahead and get into it more. Boozy on the nose, okay, boozy on the nose. I like it, Nate. Yeah, I can see that. I definitely can. I definitely can see that. It's got some strong sense to it. But hey, guys, it's time for my favorite, your favorite segment. What would you? I have no idea what I was doing. Maybe this is what. Wait. Okay. Here we go. What would you rather? I don't know. All right. Well, it's time for what would you rather? Definitely a dip of character. Yeah, definitely could feel that. But it's time for what would you rather, Nate? Like I said, Nate does all the production for these types of things, and we love it for it. So the production value has gone down slightly. Well, it's not gone down. It's like it's the classic edition. It's like when you put in the old 8-bit. All right. It's just a little bit old school. It's what you grew up on. It's what you're used to from before. But so here we go, guys. You go ahead and answer me in the comments now, or wait till the show's over and go ahead and drop your comments in. I'll always respond back. What are you doing? Yeah, sorry, Chris. Aquanut. I was trying to do like YMCA, but I was gonna do what would you rather? I don't know. It gets a little silly on here. We do drink on this show. Alcohol has an effect on humans. All right, here we go, guys. I'll tell you what. Give me a second. I'm going to use the restroom. In the meantime, look at my succulent plant. Okay. No excuse. All right. Are you doing a number one or a number two? All right. Well, they said no excuse. Are you doing a number one or a number two? You mean R. Kelly or an Amber Heard? Oh! All right. I heard that one on a meme. All right. No, I was just doing number one. But time to go ahead and get into today's What Would You Rather, folks. Here we go. What would you rather? All right. First is a couple of places on my bucket list. My top three. You know what they are if you watch this show. It is Peru, Scotland, and Sicily. In no particular order. That's just what they are. I'm actually backtracking a little bit by going to Vietnam. But hey, I got to go. I got to do it. It's time. All right. And I'm pulling this out of here. Guys, Scotland. The first one is Scotland. Check it out. Old castles, old buildings, beautiful scenery. Just a really neat place to go and visit. Lots of history, lots of beautiful stuff. Then if you want to get out of the city a little bit, you can go to this thing. I don't know what this is, but it looks like it belongs in the Lord of the Rings. Just a giant, epic cliff falling. The rocks are beautiful. They got waterfall there and castles. That's one of the reasons I really want to go to Scotland is for the castles. So, is your first place Scotland? And these are just a few depictions of what I think of Scotland. Or would you prefer to go where I'm going at the end of August? Vietnam. Yeah, look at this. All right. Nate knows what I'm talking about. Beautiful. All right. Now, I know those streets look crazy. You got meat right open there, scooters. I just love this pace, this lifestyle. Okay. Then you get into the countryside and you got all these rice paddies. And then look at this cool bridge. I'm not sure where this is. I'm going to try to seek it out and see if we can go there. But really cool places. These are all pictures of Vietnam from the internet. Let me show you pictures that I personally took of Vietnam when I was there. This is where me and Nate hung out just about every single day when we were in Saigon or Nha Trang. And this is a banh mi. Look at those beautiful sandwiches right there. But you got to like pate. And then this really cool thing that you'll see in Vietnam. I mean, you'll see it in a lot of tropical places, but this woman is carrying around water and a heated pot and some charcoal and stuff like that. And if you want to go ahead and order lobster on the beach, which of course I had to try it, she'll plop it down, put some coals there, and cook you a lobster. Okay, then there it is. Look at me, Nate, and Max. Check that out, guys. There it is. We were in this place called Cu Chi. We've talked about it on the show before in the tunnels, but you guys remember Max from the Edward Forty's Christmas edition. And there is Nate and I. We're in that tank. We went and checked that out. But really cool. Nate says Scotland. Already been to Vietnam several times. Need to see the Scots. I agree. Would love to visit Scotland. And you know, like I said, this one is tough for me. I know I'm going to Vietnam in August, but I have to go and check it out. I want to go and film it again. And for me, actually, even though I'm going to Vietnam, I really, really want to go to Scotland. So for me, it's Scotland. All right. Moving on to number two. I've alluded to it a little bit before in the jokes, but what would you rather? Whose side you taking? I'm talking about the Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard defamation trial. I don't even know what this trial is about. I have no idea. But in one corner, we have Johnny Depp. Okay, most notorious. You might remember him from 21 Jump Street. His very first movie was Nightmare on Elm Street. But he went on the 21 Jump Street. Then he had a successful career in a lot of movies, such as The Pirates of the Caribbean. Don't forget Willy Wonka. And, I mean, my favorite was him and Edward Scissorhands. I thought he was awesome in that. I thought that was the beginning of it. Yeah, just amazing. Or Amber Heard. Okay, now in Aquaman 2. Just very interesting. To be honest, been to Scotland. Would like to go to Vietnam or Peru. Very nice, Calvin. I don't know what they're even fighting about. To be honest with you, I really don't know what this trial is about. But if I had to go with one, after living in LA and after talking to some people, never watched 1 second of the trial, only seen memes, but I know some people that know both of these people. They tattooed them, they worked on them, and I'm going to go off of their word because I like them. I guess I'm probably going to go with Johnny Depp, but I really don't know the whole story. So please don't let this come back to me 5 years from now when I'm working with Amber Heard. I just really don't know. I want to take the high road on this one, actually. So I'm going to backtrack even that and say I just don't know. It's weird to be your public life on trial like this. I have no idea what this is even about. I just know it's everywhere. So moving on to question. No, I think they're both a little off, to be honest, which is okay. Being off a little bit is okay. But who are we to judge? You know what I mean? Like, who are we to judge? It's basically a lot of the media and this kind of thing that say, you know what, we can make some money off this. Let's put it in the people's hands so they can judge. No, and it's weird because these are the same people that go ahead and say your opinion doesn't matter, you know, be who you are, this and that and that. But yet they put two people on trial in front of every one of us for us to judge. So it seems like a bit hypocritical. I don't know. I wasn't there. This is the only what would you rather. I'm not taking sides. I don't know if Johnny Depp did bad. I don't know if Amber Heard did bad. I was just going off of speculation, what my friends say, and I'm not even going to take that anymore. I don't know. Not answering this one. True that, says Duncan. Thank you. Let's move on to question number 3. Question number 3 is a lot of fun because, well, it brings us back to some countries that we just talked about. Scotland. What would you rather eat? This thing called a crappet head. Okay. Now this thing looks scaly. It's pink. It's white and fleshy. But if you look in there, you also see some meat in there. So I'm not sure how they eat this thing. I'm not sure what goes on there. But that thing kind of looks disgusting. Fish head for me was always never my favorite. I've eaten it and seen it a lot. But this one looks a little wonky. I don't know if I'd have that one. Or would you have this one? And sticking with Vietnam, I'm probably going to go out and seek it. There it is, folks. Snake. Now, this is a weird picture because I've eaten snake and it didn't look like this. It was a little darker. It had a little sauce on it and stuff. But this one's weird because you can see the pink meat. It's very scaly. It's very bony. But the Vietnamese believe that is like some type of fertility thing. Now, I will tell you this. I'm going to drink some snake juice while I'm in Vietnam. We will be doing a Food Friday on snake juice. I'm going to bring Nate back a jar of snake juice. If you don't know what snake juice is, it's basically a full snake wrapped into some ginseng drink juice. Vietnam loves it. They think it gives you a massive hard-on and you're ready to go. But there it is. What would you rather? I don't know about this one. This one's tough. I've had snake. I've never had this one. I'm going with the crappy head just to try it. What the hell? The crappy head in Scotland. The Scots know what they're doing. I think I'll try that one. All right, going with question number 4. Which would you rather? Let me know now. Let me know later. Which would you rather? Here we go. Would you rather have gum? Who remembers Fruit Stripe? Anybody remember this gum? This was a lot of fun. Or look at some of the other gums. This is what I was going to say earlier about what the blueberry van, the big blue van tasted like was this blueberry Big League Chew. But no, I nailed it with the blueberry. But Big League Chew is a fun stringy gum. Or would you go with the bazooka that came with the comics? I'm basically just talking about gum. Okay, gum is good. People like gum. What I see on YouTube, I'm not Johnny. I'm on Johnny. Interesting. That we like to hear that. I mean, like I said, I haven't watched any of it, but interesting Aquanuts because I I don't know. I don't know if this is a man versus woman thing, but we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out, and the law of justice will be served. All right, so we're gonna go with gum. Okay, some of my favorite gums of the '80s. Very good stuff. Or would you rather have a sucker? Okay, there's your Dum Dums. Plenty of different flavors. Probably the worst ever sucker in life is the rock candy. This thing sucks. Anybody who likes that, stay away from or be skeptical. This thing is a teeth breaker. It's never fun. It's who the fuck likes rock candy? That shit sucks. All right, let's be honest. All right, or look at these suckers. You get both. You blow pops. You get the sucker with the gum inside. Okay, interesting. Very interesting. So we're going suckers or gum. I don't know, man. That's a tough one because they're not great candies. I like gum a lot. I don't like gum a lot, but I like this particular gum. If I had to choose out of the two of these, I'm going to go with the fruit stripe gum. That's my choice. I think it's delicious. I like all the different flavors. That's a bazooka. You have your like pineapple, lemon. It's very, very tropical. But the gum loses its flavor immediately, and well, you're stuck with just chomping. And one thing I hate it, is when people chew blue mint gum. I don't want to smell your breath of blue mint gum anywhere near me. Anyway, moving on. That's what I'm getting. This is what we're drinking. We got to make an ultimate change. The Boatswain Double IPA. This is some good stuff. Much better of a choice than the weird shock top that's been sitting. It's weird because it's got a sweet flavor to it. It's very similar, Nate. I don't know if you're with this or not, but it's very similar to like a Marzan. Abstain. It's very similar to the Marzan, Nate. I'm not sure if you're getting that flavor. It's not very piney. When you first opened it up, it was, but it really isn't. It's got a nice flavor to it. I'm digging it. I think it's a nice beer so far. Definitely feeling the strength of it as we continue the show and we get into number 5 of What Would You Rather. I can feel the strength coming on. All right, going with number 5. Now we've talked about this before in very similar respects, but guys, I want to ask you, which would you rather? Okay, would you rather go back in time? Anywhere that you want to go. You can go a day back, okay, for monetary gain, okay. You can go a month back, maybe to, correct some things. You go a year back, 100 years, 200, 5,000 years back. You can go back in time to any place in time that you want to go. You can go back, okay. Or would you prefer to go to another planet with existential life, okay? Other life going on. Plants, talked about earlier. People, another species of people. And what if they were like us, where they wore EDC shirts and jeans? What if they were nothing like us and they had long giraffe necks and weird beaks like something out of Star Wars? I don't know. But your planet or your destination back in time is your choice. What would you rather? What is similar to a Marzan? Malty, okay. It's just a standard dip. Okay, it's just malty, hoppy, yeah. I hate hard candy with gum in it. It ruins the candy. Yeah, the blow pops. I prefer to go back in time, says Damien. Damien, I'm just curious. What time period would you go back? Spicy powder. Okay, I don't know what that means, but Damien, what? It's closer to a double bock. Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, okay. I was thinking Marzan, that whole category. It's very close to a double bock. Hell yeah, Damien. Okay, so Damien wants to go back in time. For me, I would actually go back in time. Calvin says exploring new planets for me. Okay, very nice. Knowing what you know now, but just going to another planet, that's very interesting. For me, I'm going to go back in time. I'm going to go back in time, and I'm going to go back, and you're safe, right? You always return back. I'm going to go back to the dinosaur period, the Jurassic period. I find dinosaurs very fascinating. Ever since I was a kid, I've always liked dinosaurs. I find I feel like going back to that time period to see what it was like, to see what man was like, to see what dinosaurs were like. It just seems very interesting. I don't know. So for me, I'm going back in time. I'm going to the Jurassic period. Damien says it sounds weird, but I want to go back to the 1980s. I love it. I love it, Damien. Explore other planets. And it's tough because I love other planets. I would love to see that. Damien, I don't think that sounds weird at all. I think that sounds amazing, dude. The 80s were an amazing time. It was so much fun, a lot more peace within people. Yeah, everyone still had the same problems that you have, but it was just different. I don't know how to explain it. It was just different, but interesting. Nate, that's not weird. Nate, what about you? Where would you go? Would you go back in time? And where would you go? And would you go to another planet? I gotta say, this switch was not a bad switch at all. Good beer from the Boatswain Double IPA. Thank you. Shouts out to you, Richard Anderson. Thank you so much, my friend. Nate Underweather. Let's take a look at the shock top and see what we're working on. I'd go to 19. I love this, Nate. I'd go to 1983 California. Yeah, that's probably awesome. I'm hoping to find people as short as I am and weird looking. Calvin. Oh, you just broke the internet, my friend. That was a great comment, man. Nah, bro, it doesn't matter, man. Oh my gosh, there's all kinds of shit down at the bottom of this thing. Can't believe it. The shock top. We'll just have to revisit that. I'll have to buy some stuff that's fresh. Yeah, Calvin's comment was great. But hey, guys, it's time to go ahead and whack this sucker down and get on with the show as we score. The Boatswain Double IPA, who was pinch hitting. He was a pinch hitter. Hard to do. Pinch hit is hard to do. Probably the hardest thing to do in baseball that's not talked about. The shock top Belgian white, we're going to have to bring it back because I feel like it's an okay beer. It was sitting a while, and you know what it reminds me of in this cup? Like somebody tried to go to the next level. You ever go up to your buddy's beer and be like, and then and then got your dirty finger in his beer, whether he drinks it or not. Okay, it's bad, it's dirty, it's scummy. Okay, but I feel like on this one, somebody crossed the level. Going back to what would you rather? Chewed some gum, put the gum and dropped it in the beer. That's next level horse shit, man. And them are fighting words, right? Yeah, Tony, welcome, my friend. Getting ready for the Yankees game. Hey. All right. But hey, here it is. Let's go ahead and whack this down. Pinch hitting. Here we go. Yeah, the 80s were a great time. But look at this. Like the great Joe Torre would do. I'm going ahead and lining out that, and I'm putting in the Boatswain ZIPA, double IPA. All right, here we go, guys. The taste. I feel like this beer was delicious, actually. Thank you to Richard for hanging out, for sending out one Torre. I feel like this beer was really good. I feel like it was a bit like a Marzahn, or like Nate said, a double bock. It had a lot of malty flavor to it, and it wasn't over piney, which I like the over piney, but I was shocked. I mean, they sell this stuff at Trader Joe's. You can get it anywhere, pretty much in the United States. Definitely never really heard of this brewery, but overall, I liked it a lot. I'm going to go ahead and give it a score of a 3.5. Nate, what you got? Oh yeah, Gleyber Torres. I'm looking at the Yankees now, Tony. I'll be watching it. All right, moving on to the next one. Let's go to price. Look, Richard gave it to me. The price is cheap. Actually, when I was in Trader Joe's, I found out it was $9.99 for a 6-pack. So that's pretty damn cheap. If we do the math on that, Nate gives. I like it. It's a standard. That's a good point to say. Divided by 6, you're looking at $1.65 plus tax, $1.75. It's pretty cheap. But what I like about it, you're getting a cheap beer for an 8.4% alcohol. Boom. Awesome deal. 4.0 on the price. Nate, what do you got? All right, Nate's going to get back to us with his price score. But when we look at the design, I don't know. This design, I'm not really feeling. There is a little story about it. It says beers are unique brews made in small batches. Our double IPA has pleasant bitterness from the extra hops. This is one big, bold beer. Now, I don't normally read like that. I just can't see very well. They gave the price 4.0. For that price, the ABV is perfect. We're on agreement. Yeah, I mean, it's a cool. I just keep looking at this beer as Botswana. I don't know why. I don't see the Botswana. There was a lot of lettering going on in this thing. I like the color and I like the font, but this is too much lettering. So for that, I'm not going to give them the best to score. I don't love the can. It's a 3.0 for design. Design 2.0. It's okay. I don't understand the theme. Yeah, I mean neither. I mean boat swing, double I don't know. Accessibility, like I said, it was found at Trader Joe's, given to Trader Joe's. I feel like that's a national grocery store at this point. I feel like you can find it pretty much anywhere. I'm going to go ahead and give them the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to give them a 3.5. 3.5 because I feel like you can get it anywhere in the United States. Accessibility, likely the same reason as TMD. Oh, all right. Well, I don't know. I feel like you can find it a lot. So I gave it a high accessibility. Now, the TMD X Factor. I don't know. It was a lonely afternoon in December. No, I'm sorry. Lonely afternoon sometime in February. A coworker came in, said, hey, got some beer for you. And he gave this to me. Fuck yeah, Richard. Thank you so much. Thanks for donating some beer that we can review on the show. I feel like that's great. I think the X Factor is because it's a gift. That means a lot to me. I think the beer was okay. Wasn't bad. I'm going to go ahead and give it a score of a 4.0. Nate says X Factor 2.5. It was a gift. That means something as a beer. It was although pedestrian. Yeah, I agree, but gifting me something gets a little bit higher. Other than that, I think you're on point with the pedestrian. So let's go ahead and total this thing up. Make some noise. 7. Not a bad score, guys. Not a bad score. Look, it's a pinch hitter. That also plays into effect that it wasn't on slate. It was sitting in the fridge, not ready to go. Didn't go ahead and brush himself up or get ready or whatever you want to call it. It basically just got pulled up and said, hey, you're up to bat now. Get in there, kid. Hit it once. And he did. He hit a homer. 18. Okay, 18 for the Boatswain double IPA. I can definitely feel the strength on this beer. 8.4. Find myself slipping and slurring. Whoa. It's an accurate score. They've given one of the lowest scores ever, okay, from abroad. But that's okay. Look, we're just two regular guys that give your honest opinion. If that's your score, Nate, that's your score. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. It's funny. It's coincidence. You were here, but you weren't here. All right. So, guys, next we have the dice. Let's get right into what are you reading, what are you watching, what are you listening to. Number 2, what are you watching? All right. It's mass produced by Trader Joe's. I think the score is fair. All right. Hey, You don't have to validate with me, brother. You are half of the show. All right, here we go. What am I watching? I'm watching this great show. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It's one of my favorite actors, J.K. Simmons. It's also with Sissy Spacek. It's called Night Sky. It's on Amazon Prime. It's awesome. They're older. They're, I would say late 60s, early 70s, and they're starting to get a little senile. They've been married for 50 years. 40. Yeah, so I guess they're in their 70s. Just a great thing. They got an awesome little porthole out in their cabin where they can fly to a different dimension and see another planet. But it's a secret. I'm not going to give up too much because I've only seen 2 episodes. Check it out. Night Sky, J.K. Simmons, Sissy Spacek. It's on Amazon. It's awesome. Nate says, I rolled a number 1, and Bobby Fischer teaches chess, not reading. It is more of a workout, but fascinating as hell. Yeah, that's great, Nate. I love the fact that you're, diving into chess. I think that's cool. Chess is a great game, and when you see those pros do it, don't be intimidated. They're just really good at it because they do it all the time, all their life. But awesome. All right, closing out the show, guys. It is the TMD Classic Edition where it's just me. I hope that you enjoyed it. I've been talking straight for 1 hour and 40 minutes. I'm going to close out the show with the quote of the show, and it comes to us from Benjamin Franklin. And he said, he said, beer is proof that God loves us and wants us to be happy. Benjamin Franklin, hundreds of years ago, came up with that, and he said, you know what? Beer, it's proof that God loves us and wants us to be happy because when you drink it, it's delicious. We're happy. We're having fun. We're able to create the show. What an amazing show, gents. Firm handshake. Chris, thank you so much for the big blue van. Don't forget to keep drinking, guys. Not in a weird way where you're going to go ahead and ruin your life, but I mean, just like I said, have fun. Handle your beer. Enjoy. Thank you so much for giving me an audience to go ahead and entertain. Thank you, guys. I hope that you enjoyed this show. Nate will be back. We will decide this week whether the show will be on Saturday or Sunday. I will let you know via YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, whatever. You'll be able to find out, so stay tuned for that. Aquanuts, thanks so much. You watching Stranger Things. Beer is meant to share with buddies. Glad you guys enjoyed it. I absolutely loved it, Chris. Thank you so much. Calvin, thanks, Benjamin Franklin. Yeah, so, if you're ever at that point, I guess, where you're wondering if beer is right for you, it's proof that God wants us to be happy, all right? So, remember that was said hundreds of years ago. Great episode, Danny. Thank you, Nate. I missed you. Missed you so much. You too, Nate. You did great. Thank you so much. Tenacious Freak, always my favorite here. Thank you so much. Barrow, if you're still out there, Tony, whoever else is out there, I know I can't remember everybody, but if you're here, thank you sincerely. Nate is somewhere out there. Feel better, Cindy. He'll be back next week. We might even be ready to go tomorrow. So stay tuned for Just One Beer. Big shouts out to Damien the Fiend and Chris Duncan. Thank you so much for being active on the comments. We really appreciate that. Please, if you could, go ahead, share one of our videos. Just put it out there. That means so much to us. We really appreciate that. Nate is not here, but that is a Nate. I feel under the weather, and I am Travel Man Dan. And remember, it's a big world out there. Make sure you see every bit of it. Bye, guys. Thank you so much. Stay tuned. We may be back tomorrow.